Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and the bullish news just ain't gonna stop. This is awesome. Take a look at this. There's a tweet from Ripple, and I had to retweet this. Here's what I wrote. RippleNet had more transactions in October of this year, than all of 2018. Yes, in October this year, RippleNet had more transactions than all of the calendar year 2018. It's amazing. And you can take a look at this tweet now from Ripple, and they wrote, CEO Brad Garlinghouse talks RippleNet growth at Swell. In case you missed it, today's press release. And so they got a little video clip. This is just looping. It's a little 23-second video clip. But take a look at the quote to the left of this. And this is from Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO. We're seeing 10 times growth on a year-over-year basis. RippleNet saw more transactions in October than we did in all of 2018. So 10 times growth, and they announced that Ripple announced that they now have over 300 customers, and that they're landing 2 to 3 new customers per week. So I'm going to run through that. I've got a bunch of tweets to share with you, and then I'll wrap up the video with this piece. Unrelated but fascinating nonetheless. It's from Cointelegraph, titled, Indeed, searches for Bitcoin jobs drop 53%, but employer demand is up 26% in 2019. I'm going to use this to articulate a point pertaining to the longevity of the crypto asset class. But before we get going, if you would please delicately tap that like button and go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel if you love your mama. You know she wants you to be happy. And part of happiness in life is subscribing to the Moon Lambo channel. If you don't, it's I still like you. You're not a bad person, but let's be real. Your life will never be complete. Into the content. Ripple hits 300 clients as MoneyGram announces expansion of XRP-powered on-demand liquidity. Ripple, the San Francisco-based fintech that offers enterprise solutions for global payments, says that it now has more than 300 clients using its cross-border technology to move money across borders. And here's a quote. We have also seen a 10 times year-over-year growth in transactions on RippleNet, our global network of banks, financial institutions, and payment providers that sends money globally, instantly, and reliably for fractions of a penny. And then the article continues. At this year's Swell 2019 conference in Singapore, the company is currently marking the one-year mark. That's a awkward way to create a sentence. Thanks, crypto media. The company is currently marking the one-year mark of its XRP-based cross-border payment solution, XRapid, which is now called on-demand liquidity. And by the way, when they're talking about 10 times growth year over year, that's including all of RippleNet. So not, just to be clear, not all XRP related, of course. But again, understand corridors are being built out. And of course, as RippleNet adoption continues to expand, and as there's new the functionality, the new corridors. That means, of course, what I'm talking about when I say corridors, I'm talking about corridors through which you can move money, not just payments, but there's sufficient regulatory clarity, green-lighting the transactions, utilizing XRP as a bridge currency, and also market makers in place supplying the liquidity, because you got to have all that as well. But as that happens, and that's what takes a long time to build out, that will increase the real-world adoption of XRP as a bridge currency. So again, everyone that's on RippleNet using the messaging portion of this software, they're all potential customers that could be using, well, they're all actual customers, but all customers that could potentially one day utilize XRP for cross-border payments. So understand that. And then we scroll down a little bit. The San Francisco startup has also released a quote from MoneyGram CEO Alex Holmes, who says the company is expanding its use of on-demand liquidity, which of course uses XRP. And here's a quote now from Alex Holmes, MoneyGram CEO. One of the core strengths of MoneyGram is our global liquidity and settlement engine that enables our customers to send money in over 200 countries and territories. Our partnership with Ripple has helped us to improve this strength, and we've already started seeing the product's potential to streamline our back-end capabilities. For the first time ever, we're settling currencies in seconds, and because of these results, we're expanding our partnership with Ripple and are excited to announce that we have started executing foreign currency trades with the Philippine peso using on-demand liquidity. Come on. Could you get more bullish? And I made the point in my last video, in case you didn't check that one out, the clients that Ripple has that utilize XRP as a bridge currency through RippleNet using on-demand liquidity. The customers that do it, they're not a little bit like, oh yeah, we're kind of happy with it. They are glowingly happy, gushing over this software. So if you want to know, is this going to last long term? Well, I'm going to say highly likely. Now, that is not some sort of a piece of financial advice. I don't offer financial advice, period. I don't have a financial background. I'm just talking about functionally RippleNet continuing to see adoption, including the portion that utilizes XRP bridge currency. I'm thinking yes. I'm certainly thinking yes. I'm rather bullish on that. That's, again, of course, separate from price action of XRP anyway. But Ripple says its customer base is spread across 6 continents in 45 countries. Its most recent clients are the Pakistan-based Faisal Bank, Bangladesh-based Bcash, and UK-based Finastra. In June, CEO Brad Garlinghouse singled out the announcement of Facebook's Project Libra as a massive call to action for banks to realize that they could no longer depend upon a technology like SWIFT to compete in the marketplace. And again, when that happened, of course, and it was fun to hear this. It's not surprising, but Ripple landed more clients because Libra was announced. Just the white paper being announced was enough for banks to, like, if they're kind of on the fence, should we do this, should we not? They landed customers because of this. Cool stuff here. All right, and then let me hop on this. Okay, so here's the Ripple Insights piece. I don't really know that I need to run through all of this. I think I covered some of this in my last video. Anyway, I just had it pulled up in case there's some of this I wanted to read through, but it cites comments from some of their newer on-demand liquidity customers. And again, some of that I had already covered. So let me just go into the next part here. Here we go. Tweet from Ripple. It was an honor to recognize our customers in the Swell by Ripple Blockchain Innovation Awards tonight. Congratulations to all the winners. And this was fascinating. One weird thing just popped out here in my mind here. Let me just read this and then I'll tell you. It's a stupid little thing, but anyway. So here you go. The winners are at GoLance Inc., at Bitso, at SCB_Thailand, at MoneyNetent, which I'm sure is international anyway, at BTech Global, Punctual Money Transfer, at Coin1 Official, at RackBank Live. Ladies and gentlemen, one of these things is not like the others. Out of the, 8 listed here? Out of the 8 companies listed, I was just kind of surprised. Apparently, Punctual Money Transfer doesn't have a Twitter account in 2019. I was just kind of surprised by that. But anyway, that aside, it is really cool that they're offering awards for their customers. They're recognizing their excellence because these are real businesses solving real problems and adopting just transformative technology, especially as it pertains to if you're a remittance company, I'm telling you, like. This is it's not just it's coming, it's here. It's going to keep coming in greater and greater force, but it's here. It already exists. As Brad Garlinghouse has stated, this is no longer a science experiment. All right, next, there's a tweet from Ripple. I mean, I'm telling you, Ripple's Twitter account today just blowing up, like nonstop tweets. I'm loving this. Too much for me to cover. I've never had that problem from Ripple's Twitter account. From time to time they tweet, and I'm always happy to cover it when I come across it. Too much from them today to cover. So there we go. Anyway, so here's what they wrote. We can put a man on the moon. We can find water on Mars, but I can't send a wire on Sunday. For GoLance Inc., cost and speed were a deciding factor in adopting on-demand liquidity. And so here's a little infographic, if you will. States, our customers are looking for the lowest cost and fastest service. On-demand liquidity allows us to offer that. Since working with Ripple, we've been able to drop our cost on the front end, giving us a strong competitive advantage. And that's from Michael Brooks, founder and CEO of GoLance. And again, I'm going to point out, this is not some sort of thing where like, yeah, it's a pretty cool technology that Ripple made, and we're kind of using it, and it's pretty nice. I think maybe we'll keep using it. No, this is a glowing review. And that's what you see. There is not one customer that is utilizing on-demand liquidity that has had something short of a glowing review. Not one. Anyway, next here, and this is from Ripple. They write, that's a wrap on day one. We'll swellebrate again tomorrow. See what they did there, playing words instead of celebrate, swellebrate, because it's Ripple's swell. I like it. And then it provided a link to their blog series, Ripple Insights, in case you have missed stuff. But don't worry, Moon Lambo's got y'all back here. I'm keeping y'all up to date on what's going on here. All right, last piece for this video from Cointelegraph. Indeed, searches for Bitcoin jobs dropped 53%. Employer demand up 26% in 2019. What's going on there? Searches for crypto-related jobs have dropped 53%, while the share of job postings in the industry has surged 26% in 2019, new research says. On November 7th, Texas-based recruitment platform Indeed.com has published a new research devoted to the analysis and prospects of the job market in blockchain and crypto industry. To deliver the report, Indeed analyzed the percentage change in the share of job postings and share of job researchers per million for roles related to Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain from 2015 to 2019. Now, and there's a chart here on the screen, by the way, but let me read a little bit further first. So, as such, Indeed has recorded a major discrepancy between the growth rates of job seekers and employer interest from 2015 to 2019. According to the company, in the 4-year period, the share of jobs per million skyrocketed by 1,457%, while the share of searches per million surged just 469%. And there's a chart illustrating this on the screen. Job seeker and employer interest in Bitcoin rolls over time. A source Indeed. So, but crypto, specifically it's crypto though, right? And so you can see again the yellow line here, crypto searches per million, and it goes up. Not surprising, massive increase here towards the end of 2017 in particular. Really the whole calendar of 2017, massive increase, and then it declined. I tell you what, the decline that you can see after that for like the calendar year of 2018 and 2019, it mostly mimics like Bitcoin's mostly mimics Bitcoin's price actions. Like it slowly kind of petered off the interest rate as the price action of cryptocurrencies have subsided. But again, you look at the other line, crypto jobs per 1 million continue to rocket up. So there you go. So, and I'm like a point, but let me read just one more little bit first. According to the research, the recorded decline in interest in crypto-related jobs took place after the bull run 2017 reversed to a bear market in 2018. Prior to that bear market, job seeker interest had been notably outpacing demand within year-over-year periods from 2015 to 16 and 2016 to 2017. And so here's the bigger point I want to make. Okay, so this isn't going to surprise you necessarily if you're in the XRP community and you've been around for any length of time. But as prices began to crater in 2018, those that were perhaps less well researched on the entire asset class or the blockchain industry, they thought it was oh, there we go, that's it. It's the end of this. We had a good little run here, it looks like, and everybody's going to lose a bunch of money, and that's that. See, that's not the case, though. Cryptocurrencies are going to be here forever, unless the internet goes away, and I don't think that's happening, because you can solve real problems that are not solvable without that technology, without having a digital asset that nobody controls. There are actual problems that you can't solve without that. And there are new businesses being built because of that, including what Ripple is doing, utilizing XRP as a bridge currency. So it's not going away. And so what I wanted to illustrate is I don't care that the price action goes down, and this line mostly moves in tandem with that. If you were to line it up, it's not on this chart, but you could see price action versus interest in crypto jobs over that same time period. It pretty well lines up. But nonetheless, the blockchain industry moves forward. And look at this. There are endless job opportunities. If anything, you'd think there aren't going to be enough people to cover all this stuff here. And also, I'll certainly acknowledge that a lot of what's going on in the crypto asset class pertains to hype. But it's also true that some of these jobs are purely blockchain, not necessarily utilizing a cryptocurrency. So what I'm stating is there's something to be said about the infinite longevity of cryptocurrencies in general. Like they've got to exist at this point. Genie's out of the bottle, not going away. Additionally, blockchain technology, it's also here to stay. Even if there's a blockchain without a native digital asset, it's still here to stay. And so that is part of what's in this line here. But I'm just saying, regardless of what it is, and even though there is some hype Lots of hype still in terms of expectations. That's why the market's in a frenzy. Despite that, the asset class is here to stay, period. I'm firm on that. I'm more sure of that than I am about XRP, and I am about 100% sure on XRP. So that should say something, though. The cryptocurrencies are here to stay. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate all the support, and I think you're a pretty cool person. Let's be friends. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!